Okay. You ready to rock?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Welcome, Red Bus podcast family, to episode 8. Today, hanging out with Connor, a homie of mine that I've known since he was a wee lad, little man. But now he's obviously not a little man anymore. So that's going to be 2 episodes in a row that I've interviewed people that I've known since they were little. So I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for some old timers. So if anyone knows some old timers that would be willing to sit down and talk with me, let's get it done. But today we're interviewing Connor. He has a lot of fun, insightful thoughts that we share a lot of the time. A lot of the topics that we typically talk about will not be discussed today.
Not getting political today.
We're not going to get political, but
We'll see about that.
I mean, maybe he'll bring some in, but I'll try to keep us on task. So I'll just get right into it. Okay. All right. Question 1, same question that everybody's been getting recently. What was your family life like as a child?
All right. Well, I grew up in Salt Lake County, West Jordan, and Harriman. My family, I just had one sister. The parentals were together for most of my childhood. I switched schools in about 4th grade when I moved to Harriman from West Jordan. Yeah, I don't know what kind of details.
I mean, what were some of the fun things you did as a family, or just kind of what was your family life like as a kid? I mean, I know what it was like, but for the guests.
Yeah, gotcha. I don't know what. I feel like I knew my parents were going to get divorced from a pretty young age. Not a lot of chemistry between my parents. They kind of have different interests. My dad likes to watch sports, run like fantasy basketball teams. He had some phases where he was pretty into gaming. My mom's more into, I don't know what my mom's into, honestly. She spends a lot of time on our business. She has hair.
Yeah, she works her butt off.
Yeah, she works a lot.
Yeah.
She works a lot. She's always finding new kitchen appliances to promote to her friends. She goes on girls' trips sometimes. She keeps it interesting. She likes to try new things, I think.
Yeah.
I think my dad's more of a creature of habit. He likes to find something he's interested in, kind of lock in on it, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pretty much always knew they were going to get divorced at some point, and I think it's good for both of them that they did.
Okay. So let's see. You've now been the second guest, I think, that's talked about divorce and family. When that happened, even though you were expecting it, like, how did it affect you?
Didn't affect me much. I was kind of happy that both of them seemed to kind of grow from it. Just kind of glad they were both better off probably from it.
Do you think was it happening as you were older that was helpful?
Yeah, I think so. Because I wasn't really dependent at that point. I was in college already. I'd graduated high school, and I was living on my own. So I just kind of saw that they were both not very happy in the marriage, and I wanted to see a change, and I was glad to see that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I think it can be the best thing, to be honest. Sometimes I think it's used too quickly in some relationships, but if I had to give my opinion on your parents' relationship, it'd probably be about the same. So, yeah, okay. What kind of hobbies did you have as a child? Like, what did you do?
I really like to make videos from a young age. I was like a YouTuber in middle school and high school. That was a big part of what I did. I did scouts so I could go camping more. My family didn't really go camp or do anything outside, so I like to do that. That was a lot of fun. getting my merit badges.
Yeah.
You love scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an Eagle Scout.
Yeah.
I went to your Eagle Scout ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I do. I don't know. I like movies a lot.
Yeah.
Big into movies. I was big into Marvel movies, especially. Kind of fell off that
Favorite character?
wave. Ant-Man was my favorite character.
Ant-Man. Okay.
Yeah. Not the Paul Rudd version as much, just like the cartoon Hank Pym from Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Okay.
He was good, but Paul Rudd was good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I just thinking? I thought something. Whatever. No, that's what it was. You used to do in your YouTube era, you used to do street interviews, right?
I've done some street interviews more recently for student media at the University of
Yeah.
Utah. So yeah, that's more recent. I still do that. I'm not the interviewer. I'm like the director of creative content right now.
Okay.
But I'm still involved in that.
And how did you like that?
It's tough. It's tough to walk around and ask random people questions, especially when they're like on their way to class,
Yeah.
or just not interested in being on camera,
Right. Right. I mean, initially the idea for this podcast was that I would just drive and then randomly meet people. But like you're saying, I kind of had a feeling that it would be really difficult to just get somebody to sit down with me for like a half an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Christy came up with this idea to have previous guests invite their friends. And then, obviously eventually I'll get into this big pool of people that I don't know. So
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you gotta start with the people you know, and then the network can kind of increase and slowly get less familiar people.
Yep.
Through referrals. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Totally.
Shout out to Christy.
Shout out to Christy for that idea.
Yeah.
All right. What defines your identity or who you are, and would you say others would agree with you?
That's a pretty broad question. I don't know if I can define my identity like a single. I don't know if I can name a single like facet that defines my identity.
Just name off a couple then. Like what would you say your identity is, or even what other people would see you as?
That's high level stuff.
It is high level.
I'm trying to figure out the most productive way to answer this.
No pressure.
I'd say I define myself as just someone who I don't know how to answer a lot of these like high level
No, that's
questions.
fine.
I try to
okay, let's break it down a little. What do you think what do you think your core personality traits are?
all right. I'd say I'm big into humor. I try to make light of situations. I try to use humor to cope with issues. I think societally, personally, on most things. I like to use humor. I'd say I try to be a mediator, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm a pretty reasonable person. I try to see different people's perspectives, empathize with people, see where they're coming from, and kind of better my understanding of things through other people, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think both of those are spot on from just knowing you. I would say you're a funny guy.
Thanks.
I'd say you're a funny guy. It's a little bit dry, but it's funny. Like you're not an in your face funny guy necessarily. And then the mediator part, I do agree because we have pretty differing views on a lot of stuff, but you are somebody that I can actually talk to.
Yeah.
Because in this day and age, I feel like a lot of times if you differ as much as we do on a lot of things, you're not talking, right?
Yeah.
but we're able to talk and discuss our points of view, and it's awesome.
I think it's important to avoid echo chambers and bubbles, you know.
Yeah.
It's not very productive.
Right.
Doesn't really help you grow.
Yeah. So I guess with those two things, do you think your friends would agree with that? I mean, I agree with that, but do you think your friends would agree with what you just said?
I think my friends think I'm funny. My friends know I'm funny. Yeah, some of them might.
Might question it.
Sometimes I run the bit into the ground a little too much. I think they know they better know I'm funny.
They better know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I find myself playing like devil's advocate sometimes, with my friends. Maybe like asking a little bit more questions before formulating my opinion, even though I tend to usually agree with my friends. I don't know, not like devil's advocate, like someone who's like, let's say I have the opposite opinion from you. It's more just like, I don't know, trying to understand all sides before I make
Yeah.
an opinion. I'm a little less quick to make an opinion, I guess.
I think that's a good trait. It's a good trait.
Sometimes.
I think it'll serve you well in life, just in general. I think a lot of times we are quick to react without really thinking about it, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to be less reactionary. I definitely used to be a lot more contrarian when I was younger. Just kind of try to argue with people. It's a little contentious. I think I've kind of mellowed out there.
Yeah. You're pretty mellow. Okay.
I hope these next questions are a little more specific.
Well, this one's specific,
Almost
but it kind of goes with what we were just talking about.
All right.
If you could change one of your core personality traits, what would it be and why?
Oh. I have a quick aside about these questions. I've got this regular. I work at Starbucks. He comes in every night, and I try to ask him a question of the day. He's super shy, super quiet, and he never knows how to answer my super broad questions. I'm always like, "What's your favorite animal?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know, some kind of predator, I guess." That was a pretty funny answer. Shout out to Drew, Drew from Mill Creek Starbucks. But he gave me some feedback. He told me he wanted more specific questions. I feel like him now.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just unable to answer these broad questions.
Oh, this one's not that difficult.
Yeah. Oh,
This one. I mean, you should be able to pick something.
yeah.
We all have some trait that we wish we didn't have.
Right now, I wish I was a better public speaker or just a better orator in general. Yeah. I feel like when I'm stumped, this has been bad in job interviews too. I freeze.
You just freeze up.
Yeah. I'm generally a yapper. I like talking.
Yeah.
But when I'm stumped, I really struggle.
Just freeze up.
So, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that's one you wish you had.
Yeah.
So what is one that you wish you didn't have? Don't get stumped on this. It's not that difficult.
I mean that I'm getting stumped on. That's something I wish I didn't get stumped.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that a personality trait of getting stumped
Yeah.
is actually a personality trait. I've never heard that one before.
I don't know if it's a trait. Do we got to go into the difference between traits and weaknesses and strengths?
I don't know.
Or
I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
All right.
Connor just doesn't want to get stumped when he gets asked questions.
I'm just doing damage control for the start of the podcast.
It's okay.
Where
I think you're a little nervous. Why are you so nervous?
it's just I feel like I'm in a job interview a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. A little bit.
Man, that makes me sad.
I think just like the high level questions I struggle with a
Okay.
little bit. As it's not a.
All right. Well, so what I'll do is I'll look at these questions that I've got and I'll try to like make them a little easier.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this next question I don't think needs to be made easier.
Okay.
Well, maybe. You be the judge.
We'll see.
Do you believe in aliens and why?
All right. That's my kind of question. All right. I think aliens probably exist. I mean, I don't think that if the universe is infinite, that we're the only planet that happened to develop the specific conditions necessary for life. I think it's out there. I don't think we've accurately like portrayed them in any media. I don't think they're like the gray, big-eyed, like big-headed aliens, or they got the flying saucers or anything. I just think there's probably life out there. I don't think we've made contact. I don't know if we ever will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there is life out there, what do you think they look like then? I mean, obviously, cinema makes them out to be these like goofy looking creatures or mean looking or whatever. But, you know, they more like cone heads.
I don't see any like evolutionary purpose for a cone head, but maybe, you know. I mean, some animals have horns. There could be there could be a cone head out there.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know. I just think whatever the conditions of the planet require would cause changes to what life looks like.
Okay. So potentially they could look like us.
Yeah.
But they could also look like anything you could make up in your mind.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if the planet's conditions are similar to ours, you know, whatever the dominant species is of that planet might look like us. Yeah.
Okay.
But also, you know, there could probably be a species with similar intellect to us that looks completely different, you know?
Right.
Like not humanoid at all. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not a evolutionary biologist or anything. But
Yeah. I mean, but you could just be into aliens.
yeah.
You know.
I like it. I like the idea of aliens.
I think aliens are cool.
Yeah.
I don't like creepy aliens.
Yeah. What's a creepy alien you don't like?
Like Alien, the movie.
I haven't seen that one.
No.
I need to watch
like
it.
I'm not down with that.
No?
No, I don't need some creepy thing like that.
Yeah.
Now, like Predator, even though he's like totally messed up,
You like predators?
he's pretty dope.
Yeah.
He's pretty dope. With like the dreadlocks and stuff.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him.
I need to watch that one too.
I wouldn't want him to come after me though. No,
You
definitely
don't want a
not.
predator coming after you.
No,
No.
definitely not.
We don't like predators.
But
No.
I mean, you know, I can't think of any of the good aliens in movies, but I feel like there have been some.
I like when they're cute and harmless looking.
Cute and harmless, like
Yeah.
little fuzzy creatures or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the little alien that's inside the big body.
Oh, like Men in Black?
Men in Black, yeah.
Yeah, they control like a person.
Yeah.
That's a little scary though. I don't know.
Maybe we have those in us and we just don't know it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
It's true. It's true. All right. I think you can handle this one.
Okay.
I don't think it's that well, maybe it's that difficult, but I think you can handle it. Who do you go to first when you have a big decision to make and why?
I don't know. It depends what the decision's about, I guess. I try to go to like informational resources, I guess, you know, the internet. If it's like a job specific question, you know, maybe like an academic advisor. It's like a relationship thing, like my best friend, probably. That's when I go more casual, you know, go to a friend.
Okay. That's more of what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So you go to a friend.
Yeah.
So let's give an example. If you were looking to buy a new car, who would you go talk to?
I might talk to you about a car, you know.
Okay.
That's when I go to the adult in the room, you know.
The adult that knows
Yeah, the adult that knows about
that
cars.
specific area.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were going to go talk to somebody about hair, you'd go talk to your mom.
Yeah. My mom's a hairstylist.
Or like
talking to her about
spreadsheets, your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Gotcha.
dad's the spreadsheet guy.
He is.
Or
He's
bowling.
a spreadsheet champion.
Yeah.
So,
Spreadsheet warrior.
yeah, warrior. I like
Yeah.
that. Shout out to Alan.
Shout out to Alan.
Okay, before I get into the speed round, I'm going to give you a little break, a little time to compose yourself, because speed round is all about the quickest answer comes off of your dome,
All right.
right?
Okay.
So get that mind relaxed and in the zone, zen out for a second while I tell the group here to make sure to subscribe. And also go visit my webpage at www.redbuspodcast.com and pick up some merch. You ready for that speed round?
Yeah.
Was that a good little break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really zenning out.
Really
during
zenning
the
out. I
plugs.
saw you over there, like pointing at the crew.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. 8 questions.
All right.
As fast as you can get them back to me. Okay. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready.
Fruit.
Don't like it.
Candy.
It's fine. Some of it's fine.
City.
Boston.
Band.
Door City.
Sport.
Soccer.
Color.
Purple.
Ocean.
Pacific.
World.
Earth.
Okay. The first the first 2 were hilarious. Don't like it. And then what was candy?
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean,
Like, those are not the answers I was expecting, but I like it.
what were you expecting?
I was expecting like hot tamales or
Name a candy.
like a name of candy.
Oh, name a fruit too.
But
yeah.
hey, that's what speed round's all about.
Yeah.
That's what came to your mind.
Okay. Yeah.
So when it comes to your mind, you just roll with it.
Yeah.
And I get surprised. You know what I mean? I love it. I had a feeling you'd say Boston, and then Door City is you're in that band.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll give the Red Bus podcast family a little sneak peek that we are working on getting the band on for an episode. If you've ever gone and seen NPR's Tiny Desk concert, we are going to try and do a Tiny Bus concert. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be epic. And you're going to get to see this guy again rocking out on bass guitar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Love it. You've got a tattoo of Door City on you, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Got that right there. Oh.
Right there. Represent.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of for the band. It's kind of for the band's namesake. You know Nathan Fielder?
Who's Nathan Fielder?
He's this comedian. He does like a business improvement parody show.
Okay.
He kind of does like parodies of reality TV shows that are reality TV shows. It's like kind of dry humor. He
Okay.
plays like this awkward character, and like kind of the point of the show is to see if people go along with it, see how people react, see if people are like hostile towards his really bad business ideas, or if they reluctantly go along with it, or sometimes they enthusiastically go along with it.
Okay.
Pretty good social experiment.
That's
type
fun.
Content. Yeah.
That's fun. I know what kind of music you guys play, but what kind of music would you say? What genre of music are you in?
I would say like alternative rock, indie pop. It's not like very hardcore, but it's like guitar based music.
Yeah.
I'd say we're inspired by like Radiohead, Cage the Elephant, Wallows, some more like soft alternative rock. I
Yep.
guess.
Yeah, I like it. It's good stuff. So get ready for an episode on the Tiny Bus Music Festival with these guys.
Music festival. All right.
All right. Let's go with this one. Yeah, you should be able to handle this.
All right.
If you could be an element, which one would you be and why?
All right. In I think 8th grade science class, I had to make a superhero based on an element. I don't know if I was assigned tourmaline, or if I chose it, but I made Tourmaline Man.
Okay.
And I like tourmaline. So
And can you, for us that are listening that don't know, what is that? The periodic table?
yeah,
We don't know that. What is tourmaline?
it's the October birthstone. I think it has like some cool reflective properties.
So what was your superhero? Like, what did they do?
I don't remember. I think he could change. I think he was like a shapeshifter type of guy, because he could like change the light going into him. So he didn't like shapeshift, but in everyone's eyes, like he changed the light, like refracting off him to look different.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
So do you own any tourmaline?
No, I'm not yet. It's my girlfriend's birthstone, so maybe I'll
What?
Maybe I'll come into contact with some
Are,
tourmaline.
are you for real?
Yeah,
What are the odds?
yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
1 in 12, I'd
One-
guess.
Probably more than that. I've never heard of, well, I don't know. That's actually a birthstone?
Yeah, I think it's opal and tourmaline for October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So I would have heard of opal, obviously.
yeah,
But tourmaline must be the cooler version.
I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah.
more niche underground birthstone.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's
like
ruby.
But what's the alternate to ruby?
I don't know if there is an alternate one.
There's no underground of ruby?
I'll look into it.
Okay, you look into it.
You don't have like a Jamie, like a Joe Rogan Jamie
No.
to like look it up.
Hey, look that
right
up.
there?
Hey,
Jamie.
right there. What's the alternate to ruby?
Yeah,
Figure that out for me.
yeah. Got to get a Jamie.
Hey, while you're doing that, give me another coffee, please.
Yeah.
No. All right. All right. Okay. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
I mean, I feel like I feel like it depends on what circumstance I'm applying the advice to.
All right. See, this is what Connor does a lot. He likes to do this. You ask a question and he wants you to really like detail out the question, what it means.
Yeah.
So I should have known better and been more prepared for that. Best piece of let's make it into a 2-part series.
All right.
Best childhood advice when you were a child, and then potentially the best advice you've gotten in terms of living life.
In terms of living life. All right. All right.
Those were just off the dome, by the way.
Shout out the dome. um, Childhood advice. I'd say I don't know if I can remember like a specific piece of advice.
Well,
given
okay, so
as a
just
child.
I guess. I mean, I don't remember my parents like sitting down and being like, "Here's some advice," blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
right? But
Like a lesson.
like a lesson. What it would be a childhood lesson that you could say would have been advice?
All right. All right. Let's say it's good to keep an open mind. I feel like in high school, middle school, growing up in like a pretty Mormon suburb area, not being Mormon, I had like a lot of Mormon friends, and then also like very like edgy emo kind of counterculture friends. And I couldn't really like easily switch between friend groups. I um, kind of felt like I was between cultures a little bit. I felt a little uncomfortable with some of the things people did on both sides, and I felt like I kind of had to, I don't know, be someone who could get along with everyone, even if I didn't feel like I belonged to any particular group, I guess.
So you could have easily been your superhero you created. Just whichever group you were in, the light refracted, and you became part of that group. You could hang out with them.
Yeah, and I feel like I tried not to do that as much. So that's why keeping an open mind is a big thing, being authentic and kind of having a personality and values that everyone could kind of agree with and find something to relate to, you know?
Yeah. Okay. What about just life as a whole advice other than that? I mean, you're older now, right? You're in college. Have you been given any advice in the last, 2 years that hits home for you?
Yeah, a lot of professors tell me I need to keep my writing more brief.
Okay.
Yeah,
Writing more brief. So do you get long-winded when you write stuff?
I get very long-winded.
Really?
The longest part of writing a paper for me is like deleting stuff to make it meet the maximum word count.
Really?
Yeah, so I think being more concise with my messaging is like a big thing generally for me.
Okay. So do you use a lot of filler words, or is it just you just really dig down on a thought and just put too much into it?
I think I just try to play all sides a little bit, kind of like I have been during
Yeah.
this podcast. Just like, okay, in this specific scenario,
Yeah.
I got to account for this.
But you write all that.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
That's crazy.
Um, I feel like I need to think more clearly about my message, and then that's how I can be more concise writer,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. That's wild. I don't think I've ever written anything in my life that was over the maximum word count, except for if I was posting something on X,
Oh yeah,
because I always hit the limit on that.
shout out X.
Shout out X.
I don't
Elon Musk.
No, don't like that guy. Don't like X.
I'm an Elon fan. He's not. So there you go.
I used to be when I was 15. I was super into Elon Musk. And he opened his mouth.
We're not getting political.
All right.
'Kay.
Oh, it's not political. It's just a businessman.
But that's what I'm talking about. So the word count on like that platform, I can't keep it too short enough for that.
Yeah.
But if it was like a school paper, man, I was hitting that minimum. It's all about that minimum.
I mean, sometimes if I'm not that interested in a topic and I really am phoning it in, I'll meet the minimum, you know. Usually, though, if I'm actually interested at all, I go over the word limit and I'm spending more time deleting,
Yeah.
trying to make my sentences as brief as possible so I can fit in all my thoughts,
Gotcha.
which is bad. Like I should have a more clear message to begin with going in usually.
I don't think it's bad. I just think it's you just think deeply about stuff. I don't think that's bad. But yeah, you should probably hone in the writing a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Don't want the TAs to have too much to grade.
Exactly.
Hopefully that won't apply for much longer, though.
It's true. All right. This one might be too deep again for you. Maybe. Maybe not. What brings you joy?
A good joke.
A good joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
A good well-written joke.
So, favorite comedian right now?
Again, Nathan Fielder.
Nathan Fielder.
He's the best at what he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like Dave Chappelle?
I haven't listened to much Dave Chappelle. I've heard his old stuff's good. I've heard his new stuff's less good. A little more reactionary, I've heard. But I'll have to actually listen to some.
You have to take a listen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like some of his old stuff. I won't mention what ones I like because, yeah, we just won't go there.
Yeah.
But they're good. They're good. So a good joke. Give me a good joke. Boom, on the spot right
About
now.
what?
Bam.
About what?
I don't really care. Just make one up.
I think the best humor is very situational and specific.
Oh, very situational and specific.
Yeah, I think it requires a lot of
Oh, my
a lot of
heavens.
homework.
Okay, give me some options on what you know you could joke about.
You know what? Give me a place we're in.
A place we're in.
Yeah, give me the setting.
You're just gonna make up a joke? Are you gonna make up a joke, or are you gonna? I was just saying, like, have you heard a joke recently that you enjoyed?
Like a knock knock type joke.
No, just
A
like,
joke you can say.
oh
anytime.
man, I heard this guy on the radio, or like an Instagram meme or something that you thought was hilarious. But if you want to make one up, I'm game.
All right. Yeah.
You just want to make one
Sure.
up.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Let's just say you want me to give you like a space, like something I'm doing.
Yeah. Let's do some improv here.
Oh my. All right. Let's say I'm at the beach
All right.
in a Speedo.
All right.
Do you need more than that?
Yeah.
Beach in a Speedo with a pina colada.
All right.
with surrounded by a bunch of old people.
All right.
Is that enough information?
I think I need more.
I'm going to just spell out the whole joke for you at that point.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm at the beach in a Speedo with a pina colada, surrounded by a bunch of old people, and a storm is coming in. And a pack of ravenous dogs are running towards us.
You better hide from those dogs.
Oh my heavens. That was probably the corniest thing I've ever heard from both of us.
Yeah.
So we're just going to leave it at that.
All right.
I think we should just leave it at that.
All right.
That was wild.
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. Do not go unsubscribe from my channel just for that. Okay.
I just don't know if that's the time to be making a joke. You know, the dogs are attacking. It's kind of a dire situation. There's a storm. Is it a hurricane?
There's a storm coming, not a hurricane.
And a pack of ravenous. Like, you probably just want to take shelter. It's probably not the time for jokes.
Nah, I think that's the time for jokes.
You think so?
Yeah.
I just think it's a little more urgent, than that.
You got to run faster than the slowest person in the room.
It's a beach, not a room.
Well, okay, then the beach.
All right. Why do you have to run faster than them? Shouldn't we be?
Because the ravenous dogs.
Shouldn't we be protecting everyone?
Well, when a storm's coming and the ravenous dogs are coming, I don't know what you do.
I just think you gotta protect as many people as you can.
So you want me to turn around and fight the ravenous dogs in my Speedo?
That's what it takes. Yeah. So that's the joke.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
The joke. That's not going anywhere. That joke is just not going to ever make it anywhere.
No, yeah. I just need a better setup then. Next time.
You need a better setup.
Yeah.
I wanted you to give me like a joke you've
knock
heard.
joke?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You got a knock joke?
No.
Can you redeem us with a knock joke?
I don't think I have one.
Okay.
No.
Well. Oh, Christy shared this one. How do you make a tissue dance?
Put a little boogie in it.
Put a little boogie in it. There you go. I've
heard that one from Christy before.
Yeah. That's like one of her go-tos.
Yeah. I think she has other booger jokes that are go-tos as well.
Yeah, you have other booger jokes too?
Isn't there a booger joke in Spanish?
A booger joke a day.
Do you know a Spanish booger joke?
Yeah, see, this is why she needs a microphone.
Yeah.
Because you can't hear her, I can't hear her.
Yeah.
So, sorry. All right. Sorry about the joke question. That was not great. We'll do better next time. We are down to the final two questions. And these come from Dylan, my previous guest.
All right.
Okay.
Don't let me down, Dylan.
I don't know. I think you're going to struggle again. You've just been kind of on a little bit of struggling with some of these questions, and I think this one could be a tough one.
On the struggle bus.
Struggle bus. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a joke.
There's a joke.
Yeah.
All right. What is one of your happiest childhood memories, or what is your oldest memory?
All right. Happiest childhood memories. All right. Or oldest memory.
Yeah.
One of my oldest memories was the day that my sister was born. My grandpa took me to a skate park. I was 2 years old. I was on my little 3-wheel scooter.
Yeah.
And I dipped into this bowl. I do remember this. And I hit my head, obviously.
Yeah.
Who brings a 2-year-old to a skate park?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go to the hospital on the day
on the
my
day
sister
that
was born.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So head trauma.
At least I think I do remember dropping into the bowl. I don't know if I was told that it was my sister the day my sister was born.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I really wanted to be a skateboarder when I was younger. I was really into Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I remember.
I was starting early.
Yeah. And do you skate now still?
No, I've never skated.
Never?
No, I can't even do an ollie.
Okay. But you can ride on the board.
Yeah.
So you can skate.
Yeah.
I don't consider having to do tricks as being a skateboarder. You can just be a skateboarder without doing tricks.
I wouldn't call myself a skateboarder. I don't skateboard.
Okay.
I like skateboarding.
Have you ever ridden a one wheel?
No, I don't think so.
They're amazing.
They look amazing.
You'll have to come try ours out.
I will.
They're amazing. We'll make sure you wear a helmet so you don't have to end up at the hospital again.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I don't think I was wearing a helmet.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, at 2, you probably didn't even have a helmet.
Yeah.
So, all right. Final question. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
If you could have a third eyeball anywhere on your body, where would you want it and why?
I think a foot cam would be cool.
A foot cam.
Yeah. I could walk around. I could like see. It might be a little dizzying, a little nauseating. But I think having a third eye anywhere that doesn't contribute to your other two would be a little disorienting. But are you able to switch into this camera?
I mean, he didn't
Into
put
this
that
eye?
in his question, but let's just pretend.
Can I see it at all times and it's just not disorienting?
Let's just pretend that it's like it could be like a picture-in-picture thing,
Okay.
or you can shut it off.
That'd be nice if I could customize it to that level.
Yeah. So where would you want it? You'd want it on, like
Foot
in your
cam.
shin
Yeah. Or no, like
or on
one of the toes, you know?
on one of the toes.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'd have to go barefoot a lot more often, I think, so I'm not covering up the lens, or maybe cut a hole in my shoe. Wear sandals.
That would be
Crocs.
interesting.
I just think I could see you right now. I could make eye contact with you or into the camera.
You're just moving your foot around,
Yeah.
looking at people.
Yeah. I think it'd be funny.
Okay, that'd be. I mean, that's legit.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you?
I mean, I think it'd be pretty rad to have like a backup camera. So having a eye somewhere on the backside.
Yeah.
Maybe like upper neck would be kind of rad. So you could see without having to be shirtless, even though I'm shirtless a lot.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, like you said, I think you have to be able to shut it off.
Yeah.
It would be really weird to be able to see like multiple angles at all times.
Yeah. And also, I don't know. I don't want to put a sock on and like have it rub against my eyeball. You know? I'd really have to figure that out.
You would have to figure that out. You just have to wear like shoes with a cutout for the eye and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be weird in like a formal setting for
Yeah,
sure.
it would be.
But that might be a sacrifice I have to make.
But here's another thing that I don't know if you've thought about. You could probably get in trouble having an eyeball on your foot
Who would get me in trouble?
because people might think you're like, spying on people and stuff.
I probably would be. I would use it for espionage purposes. You know?
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so for everyone, if there's ever a third eyeball option, Connor's having it on his toe.
Yeah.
I'm having it on the back of my neck. I'm curious where all of you would have it if that were an option.
Type it in the comments.
Type it in the comments.
Yeah.
And make sure you subscribe. And one other thing, if you have a good joke, share it in the comments too, because our jokes were not great today.
The struggle bus was fine.
The struggle bus was a redemption joke.
That was a gimme.
It was a gimme, but it was redemption. We'll take that one. Before we leave, I hope you like the new Red Bus podcast logo on the side of the bus. That's what I'm transitioning to on all the stuff. And other than that, I think we are good here. I appreciate you being on, Connor. I'm glad that we got you kind of in the groove after the beginning was a little rocky, but we got you in the groove. I hope you had fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, well, until next time, we out. Peace.